Atiku Abubakar, a very serious and articulated politician, opposition politician, raises serious alarm in respect of this Tinubu government. He tells President Bola Tinubu to declare state of emergency in his presidency. Atiku Abubakar, the former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has strongly criticized President Bola Tinubu's leadership, urging him to declare a state of emergency, not on Nigeria, but on what he described as his disastrous presidency. According to Atiku Abubakar, the country Nigeria is no longer inching towards collapse. It has already plunged into a full-scale emergency, and the presidency is doing nothing, is doing little to confront the dire situation Nigeria is passing through right now. Though a statement released by his spokesperson, Paul Ibe, Atiku Abubakar condemned President Bola Tinubu's current trip to France, alleging that the president's absence comes at a time when Nigeria is experiencing widespread insecurity and humanitarian crisis. Atiku Abubakar cited, in particular, the deteriorating situation in Plateau State and Benue State. In Plateau, violent attacks have turned the region into what Atiku called a killing field, while Benue State continue to suffer from ongoing bloodshed and instability. Despite these realities, Atiku noted that President Bola Tinubu is overseas on what has been officially termed a working visit, though he questioned the authenticity of that label, calling the trip a thinly veiled vacation. The statement criticized the timing and purpose of President Bola Tinubu's foreign travels. On April 2nd, 2025, Tinubu left for France. Atiku sarcastically remarked that had the announcement been made on April 1st, it could have been dismissed as a cruel April Fool's Day prank, but the grim reality, according to Atiku, is that it wasn't a joke, it was a reality. It was another example of a leadership that continues to show indifference to the suffering of ordinary Nigerians. The presidency quickly moved to clarify that the trip was not medical reasons, as some had speculated. However, Atiku argued that this clarification did little to justify why the president would leave the country, Nigeria, in the middle of an emergency. Atiku Abubakar went on to accuse President Bola Tinubu of wasteful spending, noting that this was yet another trip financed by borrowed fund, when even as a country, Nigeria struggles under the weight of mounting debt and economic hardship. Atiku emphasized that this wasn't just about mismanagement, but outright disregard for the people of Nigeria. According to Atiku, President Bola Tinubu had now spent nearly 59 days in France since assuming office, a pattern that demonstrates how out of touch he is with the reality at home. While the president enjoyed the comfort and luxury of Paris, a city known for its order and governance, Nigerians are living in fear, poverty, pains, and instability. Boko Haram continues to claim territory, and insecurity grows unchecked in various regions of the country, Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar didn't mince words, accusing Tinubu of failing in his constitutional responsibility to ensure the safety and welfare of Nigerians. The current situation, he said, is not merely an oversight or a case of poor judgment. It is a monumental failure in leadership system. A patriotic leader, Atiku Abubakar, insisted would return home immediately in the face of such turmoil. He added that any president who respects his office and his people would not have to be begged to address a national crisis. He further questioned the justification for carrying out state duties from abroad, urging that there is absolutely nothing Tinubu is doing in France that couldn't be accomplished from within Nigeria. In fact, Atiku said the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, could have carried out his duties from his home state of Lagos or even from his hometown of Ire-Baji. So guys, how do you see to this talk, this criticism, this analysis from Atiku Abubakar in respect to President Bola Tinubu government that is failing, saying that it is high time Atiku Abubakar and President Bola Tinubu should declare a state of emergency on the nation, Nigeria.